Hi, my name is Tom Bursma, and my family and I, my wife Kristen, we work and we minister on the island of Catanduanes in the Philippines. It's a small remote island on the eastern side of the Philippines, and of the 7,000 island plus that are in the Philippines, it's one of the poorest. Our hearts are here in the Philippines, in Catanduanes specifically. We have seen a lot of brokenness. The Bible talks about how a good tree bears good fruit. And we see here just the opposite. We see roots that are bad, tree that's bad, and a lot of bad fruit because of the unbiblical worldviews. And for that our hearts break. We've seen abuse. I can speak personally, a young girl, I saw bruises all over her body because she was beat by her parents and mistreated because she did something small wrong. There's a lot of alcohol abuse, corruption, politics here is completely dirty, and a lot of broken families. And that's the reason we're on the island Catanduanes. Because of the gospel, and the gospel calls us to go to the ends of the earth, to Catanduanes Island, to bring hope. Scripture tells us that it is for freedom that we are set free. And we believe that the freedom of the gospel can do amazing things and has done amazing things on the island of Catanduanes. And I want to share a little bit about what we're doing on the island right now in even the past few months. We've been in this part of Catanduanes in a town called San Andres for about 8 months. We've been on the island for 9 years. And in this past little bit, we've been really focusing on serving people in a way that we feel models what Jesus did. And so we do a lot of community development. We have started feeding programs. We teach computers, so we teach computer fundamentals to people who are very interested in studying but don't have the means to actually do it. We do swimming lessons. We do reef awareness. We work alongside the local government to try to bring some level of stabilization to this area. The purpose for doing this is to bring the love of Jesus Christ, and we see all that we do in serving to be a bridge to bring the gospel as we're working and we're building relationships with our neighbors, with people across town, in different villages. And we have these points of contact through serving them with the love of Jesus. That gives us, in a way, a stage to present the gospel. And so these relationships that we have, these people that we've come to know and they know us, and we have mutual love and respect, we then have a chance to share what God has done in our lives. And we share our testimony, and we talk about scripture, and we talk about what Jesus has done for every person. Our ultimate goal is not just to come here, do community development, share the gospel, and even just plant a church. Our passion is to see a movement started. So we hope through the power of the gospel to raise up workers, people who will serve, people who will do the work that missionaries do, and they'll go out basically multiplying ourselves, starting churches, and these churches in turn will start other churches, which will start other churches. We're excited about the possibilities. The 9 years that I've been here, we have seen some multiplication take place. We're now on the southern part of the island, and we hope to continue to see the gospel go forward, see churches planted, see multiplication movements started. And we believe that this is all possible through the power of the gospel. And I just want to thank God for the love that He has for me, and the love in turn that He has for the people here on the island of Catanduanes.
Hi, my name is Kristen Bursma, and my husband Tom and I are directors of mobilization for World Team Philippines. We've been missionaries here in the Philippines since 2002. During the last year, we've had the pleasure of getting to know David and Sonia DeFazio and their family. We've heard how God has brought them on a journey of faith, and we've witnessed the passion that God has put in their hearts for the lost and the hurting. We've been blessed by their faith, transparency, and sense of humor. And we've taken note of the experiences, skills, and gifts that God has equipped them with, preparing them to serve Him in a new place. During November and December of 2013, World Team Philippines was privileged to host the DeFazio family for a vision trip. David, Sonia, and their boys visited us with the purpose of exploring God's desire for their family and missions. We were impressed by them and by what God has been doing in their lives. Through our time with them, they revealed themselves to be joyful, visionary, and teachable people. At the end of their visit, World Team Philippines enthusiastically invited the DeFazio family to join us in long-term ministry to the people of the Philippines. The desire of the DeFazio's hearts is to bring Christ's love through the gospel to the rural poor on the island of Catanduanes. People here on the island live in darkness, raising their children in the strongholds of poverty, alcoholism, and idolatry. They live in hopelessness without the light of the gospel. They do not know the one who can change their hearts and their lives. David and Sonia desire to join with us to make a lasting difference in the lives of rural Filipinos, bringing mercy and justice through Christ's transforming love. We ask that you prayerfully consider joining the DeFazio family and bringing hope to the rural poor of the Philippines. They cannot go out alone, but rather need to be part of a team who will make their ministry possible. They will need prayer warriors, financial supporters, and encouragers, all of whom will play vital roles in making their ministry possible. Though you may not physically join them in their journey to serve the people of the Philippines, you can be their ministry partner, using your own gifts to bring God's love and light to Filipinos through the ministry of the DeFazio family. I ask that you prayerfully consider joining the DeFazios, being a team with them to bring God's love to the people of the rural Philippines. Thank you.